The Synod on Synodality marked an unprecedented milestone. For the first time in history, women were not only able to have a voice, but could also vote at the same level as cardinals or bishops. At the Synod, no one is in his role. It is not the cardinal of or the bishop of. They are out of their place and we are all on the same plane. And this time it was stamped with the roundtables. In other synods there were tiers from cardinals to the laity. Now we are all on the same plane. 2 of the women in the synod hold leadership positions as delegate presidents together with 7 other men. They are Maria Dolores Palencia, the Mexican nun who accompanies migrants, and the Japanese consecrated woman Momoko Nishimura, a missionary and translator of the encyclical Fratelli Tutti into Japanese. The 54 women voting in the synod have been chosen in 2 ways: by pontifical nomination, that is, appointed directly by the Pope, or as members of the continental assemblies. Of the 52 participants directly appointed by Pope Francis, 6 are women, including 5 nuns. One of them is Sister Chisca, known for her evangelization on social media as a digital missionary in the world of Instagram and TikTok. If many of the missionaries have been evangelizing in the networks for a long time, they have done it on their own initiative, very few with institutional support and with scarce resources. But for this listening project, it was necessary to get together and create spaces, that is, a network among the missionaries that would allow us to meet and discern together. The only laywoman to make this list chosen by the Pope is the theologian Cristina Hinojosa. The Spaniard has highlighted on several occasions the difficulties that many women have had to face within the Church, starting with her own. I am a Catholic woman by choice, by discernment, but I had to study in a Protestant school because my bishop did not want to sign the permission for me to study in my diocese. My bishop died, I prayed for him, but I always had a little thorn in my side, which was my first experience that, because I was a woman, my church, my local church, rejected me. It is true that in some places this is being overcome. In Spain, women can now study, but it was not so long ago that this happened, so that leaves a mark. Formation is a key issue demanded by many of the women participating in the synod. One of them does not have a vote in the assembly since her work is focused on coordinating the roundtables. Sometimes things are proposed to us and we say, I'm not ready, I'm not good enough, I'm not good enough. Be prepared. I mean, sometimes I get angry too because I say, let's take a step forward, let's not take a step backwards. We have opportunities. It's true that we have to open up a lot more ground, no doubt about it. A majority of the rest of the women participating in the synod have been elected as members of the continental assemblies. 10 members are elected from each continent. Of these, 6 out of the 10 are women. The vast majority of the women are theologians, although there are also teachers or women who work in an Episcopal conference. Among them are lay women with leadership roles, such as Erika Aldunate of Bolivia. Pope Francis speaks a lot about lay co-responsibility. So I am a lay person, I am a woman, I am not a religious. I am someone who has felt the vocation to study theology, to know and deepen the things of God. Both a Ukrainian and Russian woman are also part of the synodal profiles. There is also a nun who is a doctor in a health center in Iraq, and several women dedicated to social pastoral work with the needy. There are many places of pain, of suffering, where the presence of the Church is important, and often we do not have so many priests and bishops, lay people, religious women, willing, many because they do not know the richness of going down or going out to the peripheries, others because they do not believe that it is the role of the Church to be there. It is urgent to form lay people, deacons, religious, priests, bishops, so that they can be there, living and witnessing to being the Church. Belonging to the Church of Jesus means assuming the path he took. Also participating in this synod are mothers, such as Renee Kohler-Ryan, a theologian with 5 children and a clear opinion on one of the most hot-button topics in recent months, the female priesthood.
As a woman, I'm not focused at all on the fact that I'm not a priest. I think that there's too much emphasis placed on this question. And what happens when we place too much emphasis on this question is that we forget about what women, for the most part, need throughout the world.
Never before have women been incorporated into the Synod of Bishops in this way. This is a personal decision of Pope Francis, who throughout his 10 years of pontificate has significantly increased the number of women in leadership positions in the Vatican.